Hello YouTube, this is MR1079 bringing you another World of Warship video review. And since I got this skin a little bit ago, I decided, what the heck, I'll do a video on her. Today we're taking a look at the unsinkable ship, the USS Nevada. So let's get in here. She is, while we look at her and her skin, all that. She is a Nevada class battleship, of course. She is the lead ship of her class. Her other ship is Oklahoma, which I've already done a video on that. So, take a look at that one. It'll appear at the top right if you have not seen it already. And the skin I'm using today is the commemoration of the 80th anniversary for the D-Day landing, which she herself was there to help support Allied landings. Nice little permanent camouflage. Nice that I can get one of these skins that tells how many kills I've got with her, besides that of just random, besides just guessing or using steel. I almost forgot. I have to go in this form, but you can see that's one I've actually got fully upgraded since standard type battleship, they're old. I gave her traversing a modification for her guns to traverse faster, because they definitely needed to. Take a look at all this. She is the first line 2 of new generation of standard type battleships, which she sets the groundwork for. She is a major departure from the New York class, as seen here, with the long turret farm, I guess, arrangement, as you want to call it. She has the same amount of guns, just as a smaller, stubbier bow ship. The first generation of the all or nothing armored scheme, which the stats I guess I can show for her. And if you wish, you can pause the video here and you can read the little bio if you so wish. But let's stop talking and let's get her into battle. When I get skins like these, or nice little skins, I decide to make videos of these. But if you would like me to make videos on all the other regular ships that I have acquired over this long period of playing this game, let me know in the comments and I'll start making videos on the smaller ones. Usually I want to upgrade them fully, which these lower tier ones I could, but I haven't even done that for all the tier 7s that originally I've done that of a video for Iowa, Agami. I believe I haven't done anything else besides those two. I have done their sister ships for like Turpit, Bismarck sister ship, Turpits and all that. Let me know. Oh, and Vanguard during the time of the passing of Queen Elizabeth, the one who christened her. But now let us go into a little history, if you don't know about her. She is a World War I, she is I guess a super dreadnought. I guess a second generation of super dreadnought battleship. She did have a little bit of did a little bit of fighting in the First World War, but due to the oil shortage that was befalling Great Britain, only cold-fire ships, so all the older ships could go successfully help out the war effort. So not much as far as I know there, and plus, like I said, my book is limited to only World War II, which I have right in front of me. So if you want, I will put a link down in the description below for the guy that I always go for that goes a little bit more into depth, the direct info, if you would like to go see and get the full history, designs, and everything else. But where my book picks up for the Nevada. Of course, like all US battleships, She, unfortunately, was there on December 7th, 1941 in Pearl Harbor. She was in the back of Battleship Row, and she was pretty much sunk, but not after. She, I believe, was the only one who was able to get underway. It could be wrong. I think it was her that got underway and was able... Yeah, it says here. Nevada damaged and beached. Returned to service October 42. So yes, she was the one that actually got underway and started fighting back, and also beached herself so she wouldn't sink, capsize over like her sister ship did. So that's good. In the massive remodel, as you can see, she is in her Pearl Harbor configuration, much like Oklahoma is in hers. I know Wargaming in general could probably do it, like they did with the Belfast, the 43 version of her, where she got her torpedo tubes. I would like maybe to see one day, if they could, maybe make the Pearl Harbor Survivor maybe a collection, I guess you could call it, of all American Standard type battleships like California in the game that has gotten their upgrades and everything else to where they're stronger, have their 5-inch guns, and they're a lot more effective against aircraft, which basically would push them, I believe, all the tier 5, all the tier 4 ones up to tier 5s, like California is, and probably all the ones that are at tier 4 or 6, maybe elevate them up to tier 7, or just keep them there. But now, pretty much let us skip ahead before this battle is at a close. Pretty much what her skin represents. Her at Normandy during the landing and operations. She was in support of Omaha Beach, the bloodiest. She was near Omaha and Utah Beach, pretty much the bloodiest battle was Omaha Beach, which she was also there with that of the USS Texas, which also did fight with that German artillery mount that Texas had to compensate for the angling to shoot shore bombardment that she's known for, and also fought with a German grade battleship gun that was taken, I believe, maybe off of Gneisenau, and actually shot up Texas, and actually has the faulty shell as a mascot there to this day. Now, into standard. To see how she does, and to finish off her. But yes, she bombarded, she did help, and during this time, when the bombardment that she did so much during the D-Day and landing and fighting German coastal defenses that she actually she pretty much worn out all her guns. All her gun barrels. So she went over back to the United States, got them all new guns, which were all taken pretty much off of the USS Arizona. So technically, Arizona did get her revenge against the Japanese, if you consider her gun barrels to be her. And pretty much further along in her history, too,
battle starts.
It is between the 15th and 28th of August 1944. She is in the Mediterranean, so this is probably while she still has her original guns, her not Arizona guns yet, which I believe would be so. Let me see which task force she was. Oops. These are the landing operations and invasion forces that have, during them invading Italy, as many called it, the soft underbelly of Hitler's European fortress. She was in Task Force 85 Delta Force. Rear Admiral B.J. Rogers.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Again, Long List, Texas. As many other battleships were probably all in the European theater, because looking at this, it looks like no other battleships, not even from the Royal Navy. So all the rest of the older battleships must have been in convoy escort duties, or German surface fleets like Scharnhorst and Gneisenau, which I believe at this point they were destroyed. One was Scharnhorst was already sunk at this point. The Gneisenau was sunk as a floater. So yeah, this was her final operation, I believe, in the European theater before she did get her guns relined and went over to the Atlantic, or not the Atlantic, Pacific, to fight against the Japanese. Sadly, though, she is not one of the few remaining standard type battleships that was able to herself go against the Fuso and Yamashiro, the last, I guess, battleship engagement. So, but she did attack a couple of Japanese home islands, like here, Hiroshima, bombarding with all the other American battleships, and I can't believe I'm already dead. And I'm not even done with listing off her history, but I guess now it goes faster, damn. But yes, October, pretty much February 10th to March 26, 45, bombarding Hiroshima, I guess, until they got rid of her, until that all was done and captured, nice and neat. And of course, from April 1st to June 21st, 45, the Battle of Okinawa, which I believe in one of these engagements she was actually struck by a kamikaze, had to go back to dry dock during, I believe it was going from Hiroshima to Okinawa, that she got refitted, did the bombardment, and then, of course, her final hurrah in the US Navy was her ferrying American POWs, shipping them back from Japan all the way back to the United States. And that was pretty much the end of her United States service life. And then, pretty much the end story of her. She was in the Bikini Atoll test. She was painted bright orange so the bombers could see her when it was the air bursting test. Survived. Underwater test. Survived. Highly radioactive, unlike most of the ships, like I believe, like New York, that was towed back to Pearl Harbor to see how they fared. They decided, we have New York, let's just try and sink Nevada. So they did. They got a bunch of battleships that they left over, which one of them being the newer fast battleship USS Iowa. I believe, as another guy, the Fat Electricians did that video on this too. I'll put that in the description below. That guy is good too for how he tells history. He said it took him pretty much 5 days of constant barrage from the battleship, from Iowa and a couple other heavy surface units. A battleship that was made to withstand her own guns, which were that of 14-inch. Granted, I'm pretty sure her torpedo protection helped out a lot, but after 5 days, they could not sink her. Grade was from battleship fire. So meaning, if that's the case, the upgrades made these battleships freaking immune to 16-inch gunfire. I wonder if it would have taken less. I wonder if that would have been how these newer upgraded Pearl Harbor survivors would have took against Yamato. Let me know what you think on that little theory in the description below. But they pretty much had to finish her off finally with an air drop torpedo to finally sink her. And that is pretty much the end of the video. Sadly, that is one of my worst games in Nevada that I have to do on that. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, please like and subscribe. Hit that bell to notify you anytime that I post a video or go live. And let me know in the comments below if you would like me to do any other ship. Any of my cruisers, carriers, battleships, destroyers, which I have a limited number of. I'll probably do a lot better on all the battleships. Let me know. And I'll do the research. I'll make the thumbnail and do all that good stuff. Now I'm rambling. So again, thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I shall catch you all in the next one. See ya.